For the next person as we get to the finish of the 10 kilometer.
And the winning male here, Desmond Mokobu, in the colours of Olifants AC, coached and trained by Hendrik Romala, the great South African marathon runner, and he trains there in that Zulu Lake squad. He was in a very, very good shape, coming off that gun run victory. He also represented South Africa at the recent World Marathon Championships in Doha as he crosses the line there for victory, a well-deserved victory there for Desmond Mokobu.
Well, and a back-to-back for him as well. The winner last year in 31 minutes and 5 seconds. We'll just get a confirmation of his time this year, and there's some runners very, very close on his heels coming through for second and third right now.
For the second athlete, you can't see him on your screen right now, but I can see him here from the commentary box. Very, very talented athletes there in the colors of Pantane. This athlete actually ran 28:12 over 10 kilometer, Umbaleli Matanga, as the third athlete comes through across there in the colors of Bedford View. So don't look too much into the time, over 31 minutes, a very, very hard course. As we saw Ulrich Galant earlier, knew as he was making his way up that very, very long steep hill through to catch the back the 10k markers as the athletes are making their way through here. So as I mentioned before, you know, times are really irrelevant. It's the victories and positions that count.
The third place runner was Samuel Chimpi Moloi from Bedford View Country Club, and he finished in 31 minutes and 12 seconds.
With the first junior under 32 minutes, so that's a really, really impressive run there from the athletes from Colossus Athletics Club.
Goeie tyd daar vir Desmond Mokobu in die eerste plek in die 10 km wedloop, 30 minute 38 sekondes vir Desmond Mokobu, vinniger as sy wentyd verlede jaar wat oor die 31 minute was, en was warm hier in Johannesburg en 'n klomp atlete wat nou hier deurkom op die 10 km wedloop. Ons gaan ook wag vir die eerste vrou om te sien wie dit is binnekort in 10 km. Natuurlik buite op die pad die atlete wat nog hard hardloop aan die beide die marathon en die halfmarathon. Ons gesien Ulrich Galant wat ook nie te ver weg is om moontlik die halfmarathon te wen.
Well, beautiful overview shot here of where we are situated at the FNB Stadium, the finish of this year's Old Mutual Soweto Marathon, and set the scene for many a famous soccer game as the athletes start streaming their way through. Ulrich Galant won't be too far from the stadium right now, as we saw him catching some of the back markers of the 10 kilometer event, and it'll be interesting to see what time he goes through. I think, if I'm not mistaken, last year was around about a 1:06, 1:07 winning time. So, yeah,
well, it gives us about 2 minutes before we see him entering the stadium. Atlete wat ons steeds hier inkom. Ons wag vir Ulrich Galant in die halfmarathon, soos hy die 10 km atlete klaarmaak.
And there he comes through into the stadium, as we can see him from our commentary position here. He's about to make the left turn here into the finish straight, and Ulrich Galant, as we see coming through here, he will be taking a victory today. There he goes, just on the other side of the screen there, Ulrich Galant, your victor in the Old Mutual Soweto Marathon, half marathon for that case. And as we see on our screens right now, that was the winning female in the 10 kilometer, Glenrose Kaba, in the colors of Box Athletics Club. A very, very strong athlete and a training partner of Stephen Mokoka.
Well, Glenrose Kaba wat hier in 10 km klaarmaak. Ulrich Galant wat die halfmarathon wen, 1 uur 4 minute en 53 sekondes. Uitstekende tyd hier vir Ulrich Galant. Hy het 2 uur 11 minute gehardloop in die Kaapstad marathon, en hier volg hy dit op met 'n halfmarathon, 1 uur 4 minute 53. An extremely good time there for Ulrich.
Yeah, Ulrich is in very, very good shape at this stage, coming off that 2:11 marathon, sub 29 minutes 10k clocking in the FNB Durban 10k not so long ago, as the second athletes make their way through. Joel Mone in the colors of Nedbank Running Club, just crossing the line now out of picture in the second position. So very, very fast times today, as the next Nedbank Running Club athlete comes through for third, Namakwe Nkasi rounding off the podium. in a time much faster than what Elroy did last year. But yeah, conditions are great for fast running. I'd say that for the front runners, so to speak, because I think the back runners are going to take a bit of strain with this heat already climbing over 20 degrees right now. But yeah, course records all around so far, and it will only be a matter of time to see if the men in the marathon are still on course for that 2:16:28 course record, of course coming back in 2012 from the Kenyan athlete Shadrack Kemp.
There's been a lot that's happening, especially towards the finish line with the 10Ks and also the half marathon. But we can tell you so far is that El Rochelan were taking that one, and also Joel Mahal coming second.
Well, certainly great racing by them. Arocheland also defending his title here in the half marathon, just like Desmond Mkhobu did in the 10K. And you see the female finisher there, Arocheland, passing her on the road we saw earlier. And second place, Joel Muhamonye, also under 1 hour and 6 minutes, which is significantly faster than Geland's winning time last year of 1 hour and 7 minutes. So pretty fast running today by the half marathoners, Kieran.
Yeah, definitely some fast running there by Geland, taking that victory, and nqwena in the third place running off the podium, 1 hour and 6 minutes. But back to the leading men of the marathon, the Old Mutual Soweto Marathon 2019, the 26th edition, and it is now down to the business end of the race, going through the 33-kilometer mark. The men have considerably slowed down, now indicating a pace of around 2:18:51 finish time, and it was Refera Merga Madesa, the Ethiopian, who went through that split in 1:48:35. So it was around about 4 minutes ago from what you're seeing in the picture now, but a whole host of athletes on the left-hand side of the picture in the colours of Nedbank Running Club, Labenya Nkoka, the 2012 Old Mutual Soweto Marathon winner, former Two Oceans Marathon winner himself. But the danger man lurking there in the green Adidas vest is Muhaja Haridin Shraj. This is his second time running in South Africa, and he's no stranger. He came earlier this year in the Mandela Marathon and smashed the course record, that's a 2:27:10 belonging to Tobani Chagwe that stood since 2012. He came there and ran a time of 2:26:09, finishing over a minute ahead of the second place athlete. So that's definitely going to be someone to look out for.
That's right, so 3 minutes a kilometer, of course, at fourth at the moment. But yes, on the 33-kilometer mark at the moment as we go to a net break. Don't go away.
Anglican Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu may have been born in Klerksdorp, but it was his exposure to the tyranny of a racist government as an inhabitant of Vilakazi Street, Soweto, that forged his steely will to fight injustice.
No, but this also is a bit of a challenge. Let's be honest, because I think that that's why you know, Cape Town Marathon, they know what they're doing.
I personally think it's too many events on one day.
Thank you.
You can't have a half marathon, a 10, and a marathon.
Yes, so there's a significant drop for Chisera now. Ooh.
Back to the live action of the 2019 Old Mutual Soweto Marathon, and I was about to say the hopes in the South African victory lie in Sintiso Mpakati, a local resident from Soweto, running in the colours of Hollywood Bets Running Club, and he's been a former top 3 finisher here himself, and he is the lone South Africa in this lead pack, as we see him trying to throw in surges to get rid of the very strong host of international competitors behind him, a whole host of Kenyans and Ethiopians, with Jobo Kotwane, Labenya Nkoka from Lesotho as well in that pack. But Arno, this might be a bit of an immature move, so to speak, because there is still some distance to go, but Mpakati right now in the driving street.
Well, he certainly has the advantage of being able to train on this course should he need to, so he can look at what's happening there. But the leader at the 33-kilometer mark was Refere Merge Madesa, and he ran a 2:27.28 at the Thailand Marathon this year and finished 11th there. So obviously the Ethiopian coming with some very good pedigree. And also, if we look at the man from Hollywood Bets there, we've also got Sanelesiwe Mbanjwa from Hollywood Bets AC right in the top 5 in the women's race so far, and she's only got a 3:03 personal best in the marathon, but admittedly that was the Mandela Marathon, so it's one of those tough races, just like at Soweto. And you can see the flags there, mostly Ethiopia, Lesotho thrown in, Kenya, and then Tsindiso Mpakati from South Africa, as you mentioned.
Yeah, boxing in the group of very smart athletes at the moment, this bunch. And surprisingly for some, I think Chisera just getting out of that top 10. Madesa, Ivenya Nkoka, Muhaj Heridin Sraj, the lone South African, of course, Tsindiso Mpakati, born in Port St. John's in the Eastern Cape, or KwaZulu-Natal, depending on what you prefer.
And it was a bit of a waste of a move, so to speak, as David Maru, the athlete in the colours of Nedbank Running Club Kenya, now goes to the fore. And just behind him, as mentioned, he's got that course record holder in the Mandela Marathon. That's obviously Muhajir Harindin Shraj, who's just behind him and looking really, really strong at this stage. So it's going to be coming down to a race of Kenya against Ethiopia. The Nedbank Running Club athletes dominating at this stage so far, with the lone individual Ethiopian athlete in that green Adidas vest there, Sraj, who's must be thriving off that Mandela Marathon victory. Not only a victory, but course record. They've now dropped a former winner, Lebenya Nkoka, who you can see just behind in the picture there, followed by Mpakati, the lone South African. So I think this is going to be one of the winning moves. And although the Ethiopians do look very relaxed, Maru is working hard.
Nou, Maru wat vooruit op het onder 2 Ethiopiërs achterom, Haridin Shraj en Bebeko Dakamu Dasa. Al 2 Ethiopiërs wat baie gemakkelijk lyk daar, en nummer 4-0 194 Wupchet Demese Jote, nog 'n Ethiopiër van die Nedbank hardloop klub. En die 3 Ethiopiërs wat op hierdie stadium lyk of hulle saamwerk reg agter David Maru.
And Demise Jote, if you have to look at him, he hails from Ethiopia, but you could almost mistake him for a Kenyan athlete. He looks very much alike. And it's still David Maru, but you can see there that arm swing, the head is going from side to side. He is working hard, whereas the 3 Ethiopian athletes just behind him looking very, very relaxed at this stage. But back to the women's race, and as we have seen from the start, Nedbank Running Club's Yvette van Zyl in total domination of this race so far. We'd have to just get an updated split as she goes through the 33-kilometer mark to see what type of pace she's in. But Ono, she was 2 minutes and 5 seconds ahead at the half marathon mark, and I'm going to put my head out there and say that this is extended to quite possibly towards 4 minutes, the class of Van Zyl she is showing today.
Well, I agree, and of course you can see how she's powering up that hill, and according to her pace so far, she should have been at 33 kilometers already, but that's not so important, because obviously different parts of this race have different paces, with some bigger hills in some other areas, and you can see right there how she is working extremely hard up this very, very long hill there through Noordgesig, as we're looking for her time that she ran last year was around 1 hour 59 minutes at 33 kilometers, and she still looks like she's slightly off that pace today.
Kuqinisekileyo ano kuyabonakala into okubana noko akufani na previously kunyaka opheleleyo apho okwangoku sathatha ke kangangoko nako kubuyela phofu emveni koba ke kufumene utyando wahlala ngaphandle ixesha elide uYvette van Zyl. Buya kwakhona ke akasasokoliswa ke ngumlenze lo bekhala ngawo kuba naku ngoku ethatha inxaxheba kunjalo nje ulonwabele olugqatso kunjalo nje isenguye ke sohamba phambili kakhulu ngento engaphezulu kwimizuzu engathanda uba phaa kwesithathu kolandela emveni kwakhe.
well, just under 2 hours into the 2019 Soweto Marathon, and it's Yvette van Zyl, your lone leader, out in front. It'll be interesting to see what position Yvette actually finishes at the end of the day in terms of the overall field. Last year she finished an amazing 2:33.40, that course record obviously netting her an 18th place overall, which on its own, Ono, is a fantastic achievement. Just in terms of the split though, through the 33-kilometer mark, 42 men have already gone through that, and although it might sound funny to say that she won't come into the top 20 overall, trust me, a lot happens in the last 9 kilometers of this race. A lot of men walking, as you can see in the pictures there, and Yvette now literally playing a cat and mouse game with some of the elite men.
Well, 28th overall last year, and you can see that
Hi guys, my name is Misha Solanga.
It is your boy George the Group.
Kamalam Gigumele Jikwala.
Usishi the birds out the truck. Kamalam Lonagendu Cooks.
Catch HN9,
The biggest teen show.
where we unpack the issues that teenagers are facing. Education is a building block to becoming a better you.
Education is power. You need to put in the hours. Education is a great way for you.
To empower yourself. Catch Hectic 99
On weekdays, 4:30 to 5, only on SABC. Do it!
where you belong.
Join SABC2 on a breathtaking journey of discovery.
It says island, and that looks to me like an island over there. What you guys can see is a head. You're the two antennae. The area we are in is known as Fynbos. Just lovely.
Explore, experience, and discover. Siyaya, Wildest Cape, Wednesday at 4, SABC2.
Door to everything and everywhere. Open
There's
up
only
and
one
take
Gogo who can open up a universe of wonder and challenge your mind.
Are you all ready to learn about fractions?
Well, Gogo, mina nginelitshe. Yes, Sanele, and these are all types of solids.
Is butter a solid or not?
Yes, it is, Gogo. You're the one who makes learning fun.
I'm glad to hear that.
The Epic Hangout, Monday and Tuesday at 4 on 2.
Dis al baie jare sedert ek die gebruik van my bene verloor het, maar ek het nog nooit my sin vir avontuur verloor nie. In hierdie seisoen vat ek vir my vriende en kollegas wat nou al 'n lang pad saam met my stap op 'n nuwe ontdekkingstog deur ons land. Ons gaan versteekte plekkies langs die pad soek en ek sien uit om my gaste en myself op menigte maniere uit te daag terwyl ons van die land se juwele leer. Moenie seisoen 2 van Autentiek misloop nie.
Woensdag 6 November, SABC 2.
Now, I don't think they're aware of Maru, the way they're talking to each other, because he's kind of out of their line of sight currently, off to the side, and they might not be aware of the looming threat of the Kenyan still behind them. But have they done enough to keep David Maru at bay at this stage, or does the Kenyan still have something left in his legs for this last kilometer?
Well, I think David Maru can definitely catch the second place athlete Madesa, but currently it's Nedbank Running Club Ethiopia's Wipshet Dimese Jote who is now in the lead, and he must have noticed Maru coming through. As you see Maru about to catch Madesa, and it is now Dimese Jote, the Nedbank Running Club Ethiopia's lone hope now in the Old Mutual Soweto Marathon, and I think Arno Mahaba, this is definitely the winning move.
I'm so scared of saying that this year, especially after comrades. You're like, well, Musa Mtembu's got it, now Edward Motipi does, and now it's Mtembu, but this one, it does look fairly decisive. Debeko Dakamo Dasa is leading this one away. 40193 is his number, and he looks so comfortable. It actually looks like now like he's just out for a comfortable 10k run, the way he's suddenly picked up his stride, nicely on his toes, and very, very economical and beautiful running style to watch.
Yeah, definitely. As he makes his way under that bridge, he's going to make a left-hand turn soon into the FNB Stadium, and there's going to be the applause of the crowd, not as much crowd as you'd see in one of the big soccer matches here, but still fairly decent crowd here in the stadium as he makes his way around that roundabout. And the Nedbank Running Club definitely has dominated the Soweto Marathon, not only today but of recent years as well, especially Nedbank Running Club Ethiopia with the Yenesu, that 4 times winner, not running today but handing over the baton to his teammate, and that is Wubshet Dimese Jote. He's now made that left turn, and he's going to be coming through into the stadium, Valen, and the shoes.
He's going to have a much shorter run in the stadium than both the 10K and 21K runners have had. So he's basically going to turn into the stadium in the famous shoes, as Kieran has mentioned, and going to have a very, very short run into the FNB Stadium as he now comes through the tunnel all on his own. He's completely decimated his opposition in the last few hundred meters of this race. You can see there at the back the second place man coming through. We think that is still David Maru from Kenya, but it is Debeko Dakamo Dasa from Ethiopia who is going to claim the victory here, keep it in Ethiopia. A new winner for the Soweto Marathon this year, but it stays with Ethiopia as he finishes in 2 hours, 18 minutes and about 33 seconds there, which is a faster time than Yenesu did last year.
Very, very good performance there by Wubshet Dimese Jote from Nedbank Running Club Ethiopia, taking the victory with David Maru, the athlete who was the early leader, coming through 4 seconds ahead of Refere Murga Madesa, rounding off the top 3 podium in sub 2 hours 19 minutes as Shraj, the Mandela Marathon course record holder, who was looking really, really good not as long as 5 kilometers ago, coming through for 4th. Valen, if you told me that 2:19.07 would give you 4th place today, I would say I think that would have been good enough for a win. The guys have really, really run well today.
They certainly haven't, considering this morning we were sitting here in T-shirts and we get a Lesotho athlete coming through having run the entire 42.2 kilometers without shoes on. Speaking about how shoes make such a difference.
Yeah, that's a very, very impressive performance there by Ramalefi Motsile in the colors of Nedbank Running Club Lesotho, followed by his teammates Lebenya Nkoka, 2012 winner, and now the first South African coming through, Nsindiso Mpakati from Hollywood Bets, coming through for that top 10 finish, 2:19.47 unofficial, but he'll get a few extra rands in his pockets for being that first South African across the line.
Well, excellent running there by Nsindiso Mpakati, the first 4 men in this race finishing faster than last year's winning time of Yenesu, and we know the pedigree that Yenesu has in this race. As Lebenya Nkoka coming through only for 5th place there. We saw he was 2nd place last year, and Nsindiso Mpakati, the first South African home in 7th place. And that is Jobo Katwane from Max Elite, Lesotho runner, also now coming through to the stadium to finish in what it looks like might be 8th place, but there is a man chasing him down currently.
Yeah, that's Justin Cheshire Kemboy, the former Two Oceans Marathon winner, that is chasing Jobo Kotwane in the colors of Max Elite as he makes that right turn into the stadium. And he'll be running a very, very good time. This is a good time enough for a podium finish in previous editions of the Soweto Marathon. So still a sub 2:21 clocking there by Jobo Kotwane. As much as he'll be unhappy with his run, obviously wanting to do a lot better, still credit sub 2:21 clocking on the Soweto Marathon course, a victory in itself.
Well, 5th place finisher from last year, Justin Kemboy Chizire, coming through here. It looks like 9th place as we go back to Yvette van Zyl, a lone runner all by herself at the moment. 7-minute gap at 33 kilometers over the 2nd place female. And still Yvette looking in some discomfort there if you look at her face, but that stride hasn't wavered at all throughout this race, Valen.
She's just been so incredible, and to think that she's just recovered from surgery, and the way that she has managed to come back is quite incredible. But we did say it earlier that this is a race that is so close to her heart, and one that she really, really focuses on. Her husband, LJ, has been out on the road busy seconding her, and she knew exactly what it needed to take in order to secure victory. But I don't think we could have expected such a massive gap after 33 kilometers. I mean, she wasn't quite running the pace that she ran last year, 30 seconds behind at 10Ks, a minute behind last year's pace after 21.1 kilometers, but she certainly has been impressive. Here we're back at the men's race and back at the finish line as we complete the top 10.
The Superman there coming home, Lebopo Mabotile, and 2 hours 22:22, a whole bunch of twos there for him, and if I'm not mistaken, the first man over 40.
Yeah, and not just over 40, 46 years of age, Mabotile Lebopo. So, yeah. So what's your excuse? Oh no, come, we want to see you do the marathon.
I've got a lot of them.
As I always say, it's the worst position to finish on the day, 11th. You are just outside of the top 10, but not just outside of the top 10, but also outside of the prize money. And that unfortunate position is going to go to the Max Elite athlete, Tebogo Nusi, who's more suited now onto the trails and the mountains. But I know that he will be very disappointed with this run today. But still, look at that time, 2:23:02, and you're not even in the top 10.
Look, he was fourth place finisher last year, and he hasn't done badly at all. In fact, his fourth place finish was only about 30 seconds faster than he was today. So not a bad run there for Tebogo Nusi, the man from Lesotho, and as you've said, trail running specialist. He's run so many trail runs and won so many trail runs this year. So another good run by him, but I'm sure that he won't be happy to finish in 11th place in what he claims is his favorite race.
I think the races like the Soweto, like Mandela, they are races that favor those runners that like hard events. Like Yvette loves Soweto, she likes to run hard, she races hard. It's also the reason why you see a lot of the trail runners, when they come onto your road races, they like to do the hard stuff because they do really well at it.